Okay. Alright, so we're back on chess.com and we're going to be playing another game against Nelson, rated 1300, chess robot out of South Africa. He's wearing the same clothes, I'm wearing different clothes, doesn't matter. After my last video, a bunch of my friends started to play Nelson. They have been liking it so far, but he plays some different lines against them, and they wanted another video maybe just to see how I dealt with how Nelson plays the Sicilian. I was not able to get Nelson to play the Sicilian against me. He only plays the Elephant Gambit against me for whatever reason. So I had to manually put this in to the computer. And so what that means is I can't get rid of this computer evaluation on the side. So we'll just ignore that. We won't play off that. We'll just make some moves and try to have some fun. I've never seen this before. I have no idea what this is. Haven't prepped anything. So we'll just make some mistakes together and hopefully learn something. So we started off e4. Nelson plays c5, the Sicilian. Play knight f3, just develop normally. And then he plays e5, which is apparently called the Jalalabad Sicilian. And right off the bat, this looks like kind of a bad move because I could just take that. And so I think that's what I'm going to do. Just take it. Knight takes e5, and then Nelson continues moving the queen out to h4. So he's attacking my pawn on e4, trying to take that with check. And so I'll just defend that. And then Nelson plays the knight out. Okay. Have one or two moves I'm looking at. The main one, I guess, would just be to move back, attack the queen, him moving his queen a bunch. Like, we're moving a piece twice in the opening, which is usually not great, but if he has to move a piece twice in the opening, then we're probably fine. So I'll do that, play a little faster, and then he moves the queen back to e7. Okay. Well, I mean, this already looks pretty good for white. I mean, I can even think about just like opening this up immediately. Get something going. Maybe e2 or e4 or something. Bishop c4. And then if he takes, I would just take back. I don't see anything wrong with that. Yes, I think that's what I'm going to do. And while Nelson thinks, and that's what he does do. Okay, so we'll just come back to this in a second. I just want to see, now that we're out of the opening, what is the Jalalabad? Looks like some people have videos out on it. The Jalalabad defense was invented by Sam Sloan in 1978 during the 6 weeks that he was in Jalalabad prison, Afghanistan. Okay. They like lock up a chess grandmaster or something? Who is this? Sam Sloan. He's been jailed in Afghanistan. That's what it says. Fought Pakistani kidnappers, had lunch with terrorist mastermind Bin Laden. Okay, who is this? Just that's the photo on your Wikipedia page. Looks like a mugshot after you got arrested in an adult bookstore. American perennial candidate, former broker dealer, don't know what that is, don't care. Was the last non-lawyer to argue a case before the United States Supreme Court. Okay. Unsuccessfully run for president a bunch of times. So it feels like every 4 years he's like, I'm running for president. And then New Republic described him as a peculiar man, which is not a compliment, I don't think. I just can't get over this photo. Oops, wrong thing. Where's this from? Oh, he just uploaded the photo to his own Wikipedia page. Okay. This is starting to make a little bit more sense. Let me open that back up for a second. Born in 1962, attended UC Berkeley, where he became the president of the Sexual Freedom League branch before dropping out. Yeah, this is starting to make a little bit more sense. If you're, I mean, if you're to be like, hey, this guy's the president of the Sexual Freedom League, I'd be like, yeah, sure, that makes sense. I feel like you don't want that on your Wikipedia page. Like, if you're editing your own Wikipedia page, you can probably just edit that out. So I was thinking about this taken with the knight, but that actually drops this pawn, so we have to take with the bishop. And then he just drops the knight in there. Huh. Okay. So he's threatening my knight. So if I take, he takes back, I have to move this knight. That doesn't seem that great. So what else can we do? Could just castle. Castle. It's actually kind of annoying because if I castle, he pins, and then he's got two attackers over here. So, I mean, we're up 2 points of material already. The last video I had, I made it super complicated, and I feel like that was a bad idea, so we're just going to keep this simple. We're up material, so we will trade. He takes back with the pawn. Could either move here or here. I guess I kind of like this knight move because I'm going to be attacking this. So let's keep playing fast, do that. Everything else is defended. He does that for some reason, so we can pick up this pawn. He didn't identify the threat. And so we're up a solid 3 points of material now on Nelson. We're feeling pretty good. Can't get over. All right. Arrested in 1978 in Afghanistan. We learned that he escaped from jail. Oh. Fled on foot and by bus to the U.S. Embassy. But, like, you can see how this is written. It's clear this guy's writing his own Wikipedia page. Where he traveled to Pakistan, where he met and married 2 wives in Pakistan, which is illegal for an American. 1981, using the name Muhammad Sloan. So I guess he converted to Islam but kept the Jewish last name, which is pretty cool. Worked as a taxi driver in 1997. That doesn't seem like it has anything to do with anything. He has 2 photos on his Wikipedia page. There's like famous people who don't even have 1 photo. Sam Sloan pictured here, letting everyone on the airplane know that he's not going to be wearing a mask on the flight. We'll come back to this. This is insane. Okay, so he brings the knight out. And his point, I guess, is he's threatening to take this, and we can't take back because there's a pin. There's a pin on the king. So I want a castle to get out of that. So now takes, I could just take back, which I will do. And then he does this move. Bishop to h3. Huh. So, I mean, so the problem with this is I have a pin I could throw up there. So the idea is if I try to pin his queen to his king, he has to come back and block with the bishop, and I just take it. Could also just take that. I mean, let's stay solid, and then let's not complicate it too much. And he doesn't block with the bishop. He just gives up the queen. Okay, so this is going to be a way easier game. Now I'm not going to focus so much on the moves as much as I'm up 7 points of material, so I don't care if I make a couple of bad moves as long as I go into the endgame up material in the Jalalabad, invented by Sam Sloan, pictured here, after he's opened up all of the milks in the grocery store until he finds the one that smells the freshest. I don't really care about his Supreme Court case. It seems boring. Political campaigns. Runs for... He was libertarian. He was on the ballot in New York City. Hey, as a war veteran. What war was this guy in? He was born in 1944. Dropped out of Berkeley. If this guy went to Vietnam, 100% he would have told you he went to Vietnam. So I don't understand how you can run as a war veteran. Hey, try to challenge Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who is only a couple neighborhoods away from me. So this guy 100% lives like within 10 minutes of me. And just, did he also upload this photo? Yeah, he did. Oh man. So he lives within 10 minutes of me, and I've just been talking about how he looks like he brings non-alcoholic beer to your house party and then opens up the most expensive bottle of wine you own. Probably could have said that a smoother way, but it doesn't matter. I just love this guy so much. I'm gonna see if I can do something here. This is the most psychotic chess opening. Let's see if this works. Will this work? No, it didn't work. Okay. Hey, it did work. Okay. All right. Just want to keep this photo on there. I don't want to be flipping back. Every time I flip back to this guy's Wikipedia page, you find something else crazy. He's married 5 women, several of whom he still might be married to. I mean, again, if you're editing your own Wikipedia page, man, you gotta at least clarify how many women you're married to. International criminal, fake lawyer, polygamist, Sam Sloan. All right, so we're up 7 points of material in Sam Sloan's prison opening, the Jalalabad. Really don't know what other constructive stuff there is. I'm just gonna get all my pieces out and give up a bunch of pieces to try and checkmate. So he attacks, so it seems pretty straightforward. I'm just gonna move this knight, and then he just keeps it on an open file. Or an open diagonal, sorry. I don't really see the point in that. I'm just gonna give a check. And he goes back, so we're just gonna pin him and win the bishop now, which we will continue to do, which he does not take. So I mean, okay, this is such an awful game. There's no way anyone's gonna be learning anything from this. Sam Sloan, hey, he did convert to Islam, we got that right. International child custody struggle over his daughter. Not going to pronounce that. Sloan was convicted of attempted kidnapping and served 18 months in a Virginia prison. Okay, so he's been in prison in America and Afghanistan. That's kind of an accomplishment. Sam Sloan pictured here, telling you all the problems he had with the female Ghostbusters movie. All right, let's wrap this up. This is getting out of hand. So what is going on in this position? We're just up a boatload of material. Let's just keep developing. He's just playing nonsense moves. Okay. I guess I'll just get everything on this file. He's threatening. We'll just start pushing all of our pawns up. I'm just going to keep pushing pawns. This is defended by this. He's attacking. If I do this, I can threaten that. Is that worth it? Yeah. So he's threatening to take my queen. I'm up 9 points of material, so like not going to let him do it, but if I were to let him take and just take his rook, I'm still winning. But I guess we will move. If I move here, he's actually kind of pinned because the idea is I move there, and then if he moves this bishop, I take with check. He takes that. And then I'm not going to try and calculate a mate. I can just take another thing. So let's do that. And that is the best move. And now he's had so much material hanging, we can just go and take that. Take that, Sam. This is just crazy. I'm going to close this, but yeah. My roommate's in the other room watching Fight Club. If this guy if this guy was in Fight Club, 100% the first thing he would do is update his Wikipedia page to let everybody know he's in Fight Club. God, what's the most instructive way to win? Because I feel like I haven't taught anyone anything here. I guess, let's think. I can go here to threaten this, but then he just gets out, so that's no good. I could pin the rook, and then when he goes to block, I can't take, so that doesn't work either. This is the most I'm thinking out of any decision in the whole game, and it's the least I actually have to think in the whole game, because 100% I could just take that, he takes, oops, take that, he takes, and then I'm just up. Still, whatever, 9 points of material, but I want to end this fast. Despite me rambling on about how Sam Sloan looks like, this guy just looks like he goes to high school football games, even though he doesn't have any kids at the high school. Okay, I just genuinely don't know what to do because I have so many things to do, so I'm just gonna just move this out of the way. Yeah, that's the best move. Yeah, I'm just gonna consolidate everything. And then, don't really want to take that because there's got to be something I'm missing here. Key thing is this back rank make is defended by the knight. If I wanted to be extra cautious, you can't just throw in h3, but there's got to be a checkmate we're missing here. Maybe this. No, because then he just takes. Yeah, I'm just not going to think about it. Let's block. And now, we probably don't have to do this, but we'll just finally make left. And then, this looks like, is this checkmate in 2? I mean, if I think about it, check, take, no, Yeah, well, let's at least calculate the line before. 100% this guy's gonna find this video. I should get rid of this. Like 15 minutes into the video, I'm gonna stop talking about how he just looks like someone I never want to be on a boat with. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, that's fine. That's close enough. All right. So what? That he takes, and then check, and then where's he go? He's got to go to f8, and then that's checkmate. Okay, that sounds good. Has to take, check, and then we got the mate. Hey, that seemed pretty easy. Real simple, was never in trouble. Changed it up a little bit from the last video, didn't make it complicated. It was just like, hey, we're up 2 pawns. That seems pretty easy. And Yeah. Probably should not post this on the internet because I just talk trash about that guy the whole time. So, yeah.